Hi everybody, it's me, Pinky. I have a ton of videos to upload. I don't know why the capture keeps getting interrupted and I won't upload the videos completely, so I've got two in the can, and now I've got this one to go. Sorry. Thanks for my faithfuls that will watch. Anyway, I have not been feeling myself for 3 days. I have been sick. I went to the doctor. One of the horrific things that the doctor told me is that I'm going through menopause, which I already know. And I was going through hellish nights of freezing cold and hot and terrible and miserable and kicking the dog off the bed and screaming, "I'm miserable," and throwing the blankets around, and it was terrible. And so I went to the doctor, and that's one thing she said. She gave me some medicine for the kind of the up and down stuff, and told me to go get hops for the hot flashes, and that would help right away. But they didn't have any at Walmart or Smith's in their health food, so I have to get some in Albuquerque, I guess, or mail order it off. So yes, I have reached old hagdom. I don't give a shit. You know what? I'm happy about it. I just want to get through it. I was not the kind of person that cried my eyes out when I got my tubes tied or was sad when I started going through menopause, because I'm done with that part of my life and it doesn't matter to me. And it's been nothing but a huge, painful experience ever since I was a teenager. So I'm glad that it's almost through, but it's sure a bitch. And I feel sorry for anybody that's going through it. And go get some hops. That's what I can say. And anything made out of soy is supposed to help. All right, so my daughter got out of jail yesterday. Day before yesterday. And is at the halfway house. And my husband's gone up there to see her today. Not to see her. He had another appointment, but he went to take her some stuff that I had got together for her. And they're shopping at Sam's Club, getting some vegetables because she needed some green chili. And so that's great. On to bigger and better things, right? I hope. God, I hope. I'm so hopeful. Every time I'm so hopeful. And every time I get my bubble bursted. Yesterday, Olivia and I had to run to Squirrel to get my prescription and try to find the hops, and it wasn't there. And on my way home, I got a phone call from my best friend to tell me that a very dear friend of mine had passed away, which I had been expecting, but I did not know that she was in the hospital, and I did not know sorry, dang it, I just had this all perfect. I did not know she was in the hospital, and I did not know that she was in I knew she was in bad shape, okay, but not near death shape. However, she had been on hospice for over a year, and she just was hanging on and hanging on and hanging on, and they were just getting ready to take her off the hospice program because she didn't qualify anymore. She hadn't passed away, and hospice is for people who are passing away. I don't know the specifics of what happened to her. I don't even want to know. Anyway, this lady was a lady that in 1998, I was living out at the ranch house about 30 miles from here, and I met her at a party or something. We used to come to these music gatherings on the weekends, and everybody would bring their instruments and alcohol and food, and we'd meet up and have like these old-fashioned, shindigs. 4 minutes. I don't know if I'm going to have enough time to tell you about her. Anyway, I met her, and she was the director of the little theater. She asked me to be in the theater, and I balked and gave excuses and everything I could think of. And this was a woman that would never take no for an answer. And I mean, would never. She didn't care if you ended up not being a friend. She was going to bug you till you did what she wanted you to do. And she was determined. I have never known a more determined soul. So finally I gave in. And she was writing a play called One Wagon West of Nowhere. and she gave me a part, and it was the second lady lead, and it was a woman who was named Lurleen Fellows, who was married to a soldier, and he had been killed, and she decided she was going to get on a wagon train and go to California, and I was Lurleen Fellows. I don't remember what Donna's name was in that play. She was fantastic in every play that she did, and she wrote wonderful Western type plays, and usually included stuff around our area. And the series that we ended up doing together, which she wrote for the two of us to do together, ended up being with somebody else. If you look it up on YouTube, the girl that plays the part is not me. But originally it was written for me. And it was called The Legend of Lost Wife Creek. We really thought that that was going to get picked up and made into a television show. It was fantastic. It had so many possibilities and could have gone so many places, and it just did not get the attention that it needed. And as she got older, she just didn't have the ability to see it through. And God, it would have made a fantastic television program. I would love to have done it. And I loved the part. And the part I played was Ruby Aragon, and I was a woman of a Mexican farmer. And she played Gardy, and her husband's name was Cass. And you can see some of the clips of the film of the play on YouTube, but honestly, it didn't have the magic that the ones that we did together had, because it was written for me and it was written for her, and it was written to accentuate the way that I talked and moved and everything. And so I'm not taking away from the girl that took the part, because she did a good job with it, but it just did not have the crispness and the soundness that it had when it was her and I together, who had worked together for years, you know. Anyway, she's passed away, and I spent the morning. The thing was, is over the years, we did part our ways. She was a mentor and a friend, and I was a confidant to her, and she me. And I always said, she's my Lucy and I'm her Ethel. It was just that way. But over the years, her demandingness and the things that she did sometimes pushed me away, and my unwillingness to cooperate at some point with what she wanted me to do. I'm not going to say anything bad about this woman, because I adored her. She was from Arkansas, and her dad had been a National Geographic photographer, and her mom was just a farm wife, you know. And she lived out her dream. She was one of those people that did not let anybody get in her way. She did exactly as Donna pleased. And to, some would say, you know, a fault. But that's what she did, and that's what your life is for. And she was a brilliant actress. She was a wonderful teacher, and she was a good friend. And I really do miss her. And I'm sorry for the time that went between those years that we didn't see each other and we didn't talk, because she was really, really precious to me, and I missed her all the time. I just couldn't go back there. It was just not a place that I could go back. But it was an absolute wonderful experience for me, and it taught me. I learned so much. I had always wanted to be an actress, an actor. She didn't say actress. She said actor. You're an actor. And I was extremely shy, and I just needed that push, and I took to it like a duck out of water. You know, it was just a way to get outside of myself and be somebody else for a while, and to be able to entertain people and to entertain myself, and something constructive for me to do while I was raising my kids. And it was precious to me. It's the times that I will never, ever, 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 ever forget. But today on Facebook, Raggy Ragsdale left me a post. after I left the story about her, just a brief story about her. And it's so much her that he could have wrote it specifically for her. And I'm going to try and read it to you because um, it's wonderful. And it's just so her. I don't know what the name of it is. He just left it for me on my Facebook, and I asked permission to share it. So this is Raggy's stuff. And it says, and for the moment, fade to black. The play is the substance, but the curtain call. Ah, the curtain call is the reason we seek substance. One day you will once again join hands, bask in the well-deserved applause and the love of the audience. It's a world stage. And then bow to the writer, the stage crew, lighting and costuming elves, who work the magic unsung behind the scene. Orchestra, sound, special effects, and so many more who make life's drama, musical, and comedy presentations a work of art. Lights up, take the stage, take the bow. Stand under the rain of flowers thrown upon the stage. Trod the boards till the thunder roars. The curtain drops, and life is good. One long figure pulls the ropes in the darkness. This one and this one alone opens and closes the show. Nameless for all time. Never listed in the extravagant programs or recognized from the stage. But without these unseen hands, the curtain will not rise. All hail the unsung, who makes this all possible for us to enjoy. And think of the run. Did we ever imagine over coffee, talking dreams talking dreams of dusty, rocky trails and unknown danger? Did we ever stop to think because we rarely ever see the moment when we reach the heaviside layer and cue the music, a new life begins. Exit, stage right, fade to black. So I dedicate that to Donna. And Godspeed. All right, that's 12 minutes. Love y'all. Got to go. Peace.